Two engineers, same tools. One got laid off, the other got promoted.
The AI wave in software engineering is not coming. It is already here. In 2024, major tech companies cut over 60,000 engineering roles, even as they hired aggressively for AI-adjacent positions. The market is not shrinking, it is splitting. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Companies are not just replacing engineers with AI. They are replacing engineers who use AI the same way everyone else does, as a fancy autocomplete. The engineers keeping their jobs and getting promoted have figured out something fundamentally different. Let's put a name to these two archetypes. Meet Alex and Jordan. Both have 3 years of experience. Both work at the same mid-sized tech company. Both have access to the exact same AI tools. But their trajectories over the next 12 months could not be more different. The first difference shows up in how they spend their time. Alex's day is dominated by low-leverage tasks, writing boilerplate, hunting down bugs, sitting in meetings waiting to be told what to build next. Jordan has automated most of that away. Jordan spends the majority of the day on architecture, design decisions, and cross-team collaboration. How does Jordan shift the balance so dramatically? It starts with prompt engineering, and not the shallow kind you see in social media posts. Jordan treats the AI model like a senior collaborator. The prompts include context, constraints, and expected output format. The result is code that actually fits the codebase, not just generic snippets that need heavy editing. The output quality difference is measurable. When engineers provide rich context in their prompts, studies show the AI output requires 60 to 80% less editing time. That compounds fast. Jordan ships features in a fraction of the time Alex does. Not because Jordan is smarter, but because Jordan treats prompt quality as a core engineering skill. But shipping faster is not enough on its own. Alex ships fast too, just less complex work. The real leverage Jordan gets is in tackling work that previously required senior engineers. Jordan uses AI to understand unfamiliar code bases, explore architectural trade-offs, and write technical design documents, work that is traditionally gate-kept by years of experience. Let's look at a concrete example. A product manager asks both engineers to evaluate whether the team should migrate from a REST API to GraphQL. Alex says he'll look into it and comes back 3 days later with a vague summary. Jordan uses an AI model to draft a structured trade-off document in 40 minutes, with diagrams, migration cost estimates, and a clear recommendation. Guess whose opinion gets heard in the architecture meeting? The tools Jordan uses are not secret. They are widely available. The difference is in how Jordan integrates them into a workflow. Let's map that workflow. It follows 4 stages: explore, draft, validate, and own. Each stage uses AI deliberately, not as a crutch, but as a way to compress time spent on the mechanical parts of engineering. That last stage, own, is critical. This is where Alex and Jordan diverge the most. Alex uses AI and stays invisible. Jordan uses AI and takes credit. Not in a cynical way, but by presenting the output, defending the decisions, and being the accountable human in the loop. Visibility is a career asset, and AI gives Jordan more high-quality work to be visible with. Now let's talk about the specific AI tools in Jordan's stack. These are not the only options, but they represent the categories that matter most. Jordan uses a coding assistant for in-editor completions, a conversational model for research and design thinking, an AI-powered code review tool, and a documentation generator. Together, they cover the entire engineering lifecycle. Let's zoom into code review specifically. Alex submits pull requests and waits, sometimes for days, for a senior engineer to review. Jordan runs every pull request through an AI reviewer first. The AI catches obvious bugs,
style inconsistencies, and missing edge cases. When the human reviewer finally looks, there is almost nothing to flag. Jordan's pull requests get merged faster, and seniors start trusting Jordan's judgment. Here is one of the most underrated moves Jordan makes. Jordan uses AI to write the first draft of internal documentation and technical RFCs, request for comments documents, that propose system changes. Writing these documents is traditionally how senior engineers signal their impact. By producing polished RFCs consistently, Jordan is playing a completely different game than most early career engineers even know exists. Let's look at the output gap over a full quarter. In the same 12-week sprint cycle, Alex closes around 22 tickets and produces minimal documentation. Jordan closes 38 tickets, writes 4 RFCs, reviews 12 pull requests from teammates, and ships a new internal tooling component. This is what 10x output actually looks like. Not typing faster, but working on more valuable things more often. There is a counter-argument worth addressing. Some engineers worry that leaning on AI too heavily will hollow out their actual skills. That is a real risk for Alex. Because Alex is using AI to do the same low-level tasks, just faster, Jordan uses AI to reach into harder problems and build deeper judgment. The key is always being in the loop for the decisions, not just the execution. The career trajectory divergence becomes visible at the 6-month mark. Alex is still getting the same types of tickets. Managers start seeing Alex as a reliable but not exceptional contributor. Jordan, meanwhile, is getting tagged in higher stakes projects, asked to lead a small initiative, and is being mentioned in senior engineering discussions as someone to watch. The branching point is not talent, it is strategy. At the 12-month mark, the layoff announcement comes. The company needs to reduce its engineering headcount by 15%. The decision framework used by management is simple. Who is indispensable? Who drives decisions, owns outcomes, and works on problems no one else can solve? Alex is replaceable, because Alex's output can be replicated. Jordan is not on the list. So what is the concrete action plan? There are 5 moves that separate Jordan from Alex, and all of them are learnable. Start treating prompt crafting as a first-class engineering skill. Audit your week and find the lowest value tasks you can hand to AI. Produce at least 1 written artifact per sprint, a design doc, an RFC, a post-mortem. Volunteer for cross-team technical discussions. And always be the accountable human who owns the outcome, not just the execution. The engineers getting promoted right now are not the ones with the most raw talent, or even the deepest technical knowledge. They're the ones who figured out how to use AI to operate at a level above their years of experience, and who made sure their impact was visible. The ground has shifted. The question is not whether to adapt, it is how fast you choose to.